हाय फ्रेंड्स, आई एम एडवोकेट जया शिवा। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है मॉडल टेनेंसी एक्ट। Before I start this topic, I would like to remind you that I have been making videos on very interesting topics like National Commission of Women, National Commission of Protection of Child Rights, and the right of the maintenance of senior citizens. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Advocate Jaya Sheva, for many more such videos. And in case if you like my videos, please do hit the like button, share those videos with somebody who may need to know that information. So let's begin. So on 2nd June 2021, this act was approved by Union Cabinet. Which act? Model Tenancy Act. So, what was the objective of this act, Model Tenancy Act? The objectives of Model Tenancy Act are to establish a rent authority to regulate renting of the premises and to protect the interests of landlord and tenants, and to provide speedy adjudication mechanism for the resolution of the disputes and matters connected therewith. So, as it says it all, the objectives of this act is to speed up the trial of the matters related to the landlords and tenants. So, I hope since you understand about the tenancy, you understand the definition of landlord and tenant. Just for your information, I will again reiterate. The landlord is a person who receives or is entitled to receive the rent of any premises on his own account. That includes his successor in interest and a trustee or guardian as defined under this act. A tenant is a person by whom or on whose account or on behalf of whom the rent of any premises is payable to the landlord. So, in this act, it says that notwithstanding anything contained in this act or any other law for the time being in force, no person shall let or take any rent any premises except by an agreement in writing, and it shall be informed to the rent authority by the landlord and tenant jointly. So first you have to let or take on rent with the help of an agreement. It is necessary to make a agreement in writing. Plus you have to inform a rent authority for the same. And the form for the same has been specified in the first schedule of this act. So it has to be done within 2 months from the date of tenancy agreement. In case if you do not register or if you do not inform them, so in the absence of any statement of the information, the landlord and the tenant shall not be entitled to any relief under the provision of this act. So you won't be able to claim any relief in case if you do not inform them about the agreement that you have entered into. So who will be rent authority? The district collector or district magistrate shall appoint an officer not below the rank of deputy collector to be the rent authority within his jurisdiction. So, what are the roles and powers of the rent authority? First of all, as I just mentioned, they have to keep the record of the agreements. Okay, then they have to intervene in case if there is any dispute between the landlord and tenant upon the application of the aggrieved party. Apart from that, they have the same powers of a civil code for discharging their functions as prescribed under the Code of Civil Procedure. So the Rent Court and Rent Tribunal shall, for discharging their functions under this act, have the same powers as are vested in a civil court. Alright, save as otherwise provided in this act, no civil court shall entertain any suit or proceeding insofar as it relates to the provision of this act. Alright, so I hope you understand the importance of the rent authority. All right, and the most important factor is that uh, they are informed or ordered to speed up the trial. So they are supposed to dispose of the cases within 60 days of the date of the application. So it will help the landlord and the tenant in case of the agree with any kind of grievance to get up the speedy trial. Next is how to register. So in case if you have entered into the agreement, you have to inform them through the form that has been mentioned in here. Apart from that, the rent authority has to, within 3 months from the date of its appointment, put in place a digital platform in the local vernacular language or the language of the state or union territory for enabling the submission of the documents. So you will be able to register by the online portal, and then you would be able to submit your documents. What you will get after submission, you will get a unique identification number, and this information will be up to upload. So this upload details of the tenancy agreement on its website in local vernacular language will be provided to you within 7 working days of the receipt of the information. So the rent payable shall be the same as agreed between the parties, and the security deposit shall not exceed the rent of 2 months in case of the residential property, and in case of non-residential property it should not exceed the 6 months rent. The reasons for the eviction of the tenant shall include but are not limited to that if the tenant has parted with the possession of the whole or any part of the premises without obtaining the written consent of the landlord, the tenant has continued to misuse the premises even after receipt of the notice from the landlord, if it is necessary for the landlord to carry out any repair or construction or any other changes in which the eviction of the tenant is very important. Apart from that, the tenant has, in case the tenant has not paid the arrears of the rent and other charges for 2 consecutive months. And apart from that, there are other reasons also that you can refer to in case if you're facing any kind of grievances from your tenant. And in case where the tenant fails to vacate the premises in accordance with the tenancy agreement on the expiration of the period of tenancy or termination of the tenancy, so under the provision of this act, the tenant shall be liable to pay the landlord twice the monthly rent for the first 2 months and 4 times the monthly rent thereafter till the tenant continues to occupy the said premises. And what all is not covered under this act? The premises owned or promoted by the central government or state government or union territory administration or local authority or government undertaking or enterprises or statutory body or cantonment board. Premises owned by a company, university or organization given on rent to its employees as part of the service contract. Premises owned by religious or charitable institution as may be specified by notification by the state government or union territory administration. Premises owned by Awqaf registered under the Waqf Act 1995 or by any trust registered under the public trust of law union territory for the time being in force. Any other building or category of buildings specifically exempted in public interest by notification by the state government union territory administration. However, please confirm with the rent authority concerned of your state to make sure your property is covered under this act or not. So I hope it answers all your questions regarding this Model Tenancy Act 2021. In case if you have any questions, do ask me in the comment box. And in case if you think that this video will help somebody, do share it with the people concerned. And do like my videos in case if you like them. And subscribe to my channel for many more such informative videos. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay safe.